If you thought you were on edge waiting for the results on election night, imagine how Donald Trump was feeling. Tonight we hear from insiders who were with our president-elect in those nail-biting moments as the votes were being counted, some of whom may go on with him to the White House. Here's ABC's Tom Yamans.
He didn't want it to be said until we knew. No, don't tell me that if we haven't really won yet. I want to know for sure.
Tonight, the story you didn't see this week. What it was like as history unfolded on election night.
And what was that moment like?
Complete euphoria, suspended disbelief. This is the year that so-called electability was replaced by electricity.
With polls and pundits uniformly predicting a Trump defeat, the Clinton campaign is sipping champagne on their plane. Their candidate even signing a Newsweek magazine cover, Madame President.
Big state for Donald Trump.
But then, state after state starts falling to Trump.
I heard there was a moment where people started coming up to him saying, President Trump, and he was like, hold on, not till we know for sure.
Well, he's confident, but he's not an arrogant person, and becoming the President of the United States is a very humbling experience for anyone.
He is now going to be the 45th President of the United States.
We were all elated and felt vindicated and so happy. And
what did he say? What did he do?
He actually just went right into work mode and he said, okay, we got to write a speech.
Trump had been something none of the politicians and pundits had seen. And at last, stunning victory in hand, he showed a side he's rarely shown, a capacity for graciousness.
It is time for us to come together as one united people. It's time. I'm reaching out to you for your guidance and your help so that we can work together and unify our great country.
When he stood up at his victory party and said, I will be the president for all Americans, including those who did not support me and don't support me, it's a very important moment.
Hillary called you.
Tonight, this clip from President-elect Trump's first interview with 60 Minutes.
And it was a tough call for her. I mean, I can imagine. Tougher for her than it would have been for me, and for me it would have been very, very difficult. She couldn't have been nicer. She just said, congratulations, Donald. Well done. And I said, I want to thank you very much. You were a great competitor. She's very strong and very smart.
There were so many people, especially at the beginning of his campaign, that didn't take him seriously. Didn't think he had a shot to win, but that didn't stop him.
The maverick outsider, true to form, breaking all the rules of civil discourse.
Because our leaders are stupid. Stupid people. Wow. Bing, bing, bong, and dat.
Applying his businessman's branding genius to label his opponents indelibly with those now famous nicknames.
Don't worry about it, little Marco. I've given my answer, Lion Ted. Jeb Bush is a low-energy person. Crooked Hillary Clinton.
And turning his trademark unfiltered rhetoric on the public as well.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists.
He's not a big believer in PC culture where every statement you make you have to vet very carefully through thousands of people.
He's true to himself and he speaks in a way that the average person can understand. I think that's refreshing for everyone.
Now, my friends.
While the Clinton campaign tested 84 different slogans, Trump's was a crystal clear distillation of both anger and aspiration. Make America great again.
What I want to do is make America great again. Very simple.
You know, a lot of people mock that slogan, though, but it was a winning slogan. Why?
Because we won. It's simple, but it's also positive and uplifting.
Trump exuded confidence on the stump.
And we are going to win the White House. We're going to win like they've never seen. And we will make America great again.
But privately, his longtime friend says he wasn't so sure.
No, he didn't say to me, no, this is not going to happen for me. He just said, look, I'm competing every place, and I'm hopeful for the best.
His advisors determined to keep him on message.
We've got to be nice and cool, nice and cool. No sidetracks, Donald. Nice and easy, nice.
He didn't want to leave any stone unturned. He didn't want to leave anything on the table. He wanted to know going into Tuesday night that he had done everything possible to win. And I think he felt really content, honestly. I think he felt like he had done that because he had.
For the millions of Clinton supporters and all who'd hoped to make history with our first woman president, tears, frustration, and anger remain. Thousands have taken to the streets across the country in protest.
This is what democracy looks like!
Just last night in Dallas, Philadelphia, and violence in Portland, Oregon. But will a President Trump be as frightening as they fear?
We have to build a wall.
Do you think he's going to move forward with any of his plans? I mean, he's got a lot of big, bold ideas.
Remember, this is a guy who doesn't come with any kind of a sense of policy making or being deeply informed about policy. He doesn't really in his core care about policy. He cares about showmanship. So I think what you'll see, I think he'll hand off a lot of the domestic policy to the Hill and a lot of the foreign policy making to his advisors.
Again on 60 Minutes, Trump gave us our first hint at policy.
Let me ask you about Obamacare, which you say you're going to repeal and replace. When you replace it, are you going to make sure that people with preconditions are still covered?
Yes, because it happens to be one of the strongest assets.
You're going to keep that?
Also, with the children living with their parents for an extended period, we're going to
You're going to keep
very
that?
much try and keep that.
As far as who will be in the Trump White House,
We've got a great transition effort, and now Vice President-elect Mike Pence is the chairman of that effort.
Kellyanne Conway revealed that Mike Pence has taken over the transition from Chris Christie, but she won't reveal much else.
You know, there are a number of people being talked about for different jobs. Ultimately, that's Donald Trump's decision.
And since Trump is the ultimate outsider, he needs an insider to help run the White House. That person may be RNC Chairman Reince Priebus.
Traditionally, one of the first hires for the cabinet is the chief of staff. Is Reince Priebus that man?
Reince has been an unbelievable partner in this effort, hand in glove with me, certainly with Mr. Trump.
Other names being floated in Trump's inner circle, campaign chairman Steve Bannon and Ivanka Trump's husband, Jared Kushner.
So a Donald Trump presidency will be
unprecedented and incredible.
The win seemingly catching everyone off guard as police and Secret Service rush to secure Trump Tower and questions about whether the Trumps will even move to Washington.
Well, he's very committed to doing what it takes to be an outstanding president, and he will be. And I suppose that he'll work out the logistics in due time, but
you could see that? You could see him actually
commuting
back and forth?
You know, well, that's their choice. I have had private conversations about that, but I won't reveal them.
For Nightline, I'm Tom Llamas, ABC News, New York.